Hello and welcome. You should be on page 22 of your Algebra 1 Quarter 1 notebook. In this video, we're going to talk about using inequalities to solve word problems. First things first, how are you going to recognize it's an inequality? Well, it might be surprising, but the words are going to help you in a word problem. Something I like to think about when I'm looking for what sign is it going to be is, am I looking at a maximum or am I looking at a minimum amount? If it's a maximum amount, that means it's the most it can be. It's the top. So that is going to be a less than or equal to situation. If it's a minimum, that's the lowest amount it can be. So we're going to want that to be greater than or equal to. So with that in mind, look at this. This is x is at most 4. So that means it's 4 is the maximum. It's the maximum, so x is going to be less than or equal to 4. If I want it to be at least, that's the minimum amount. Like for instance, I want to make at least $4. I definitely am not going to be disappointed to make $5. I want 4 though. So we're going x is greater than or equal to 4. This one's a little more obvious. X is no more than, so there's a maximum. That's going to be x is less than or equal to. I'm just going to underline my at most. And no less. It cannot be less than 4, so it must be greater than or equal to 4. Let's take a look at some problems. Solve them. Sally wants to rent tables for her outdoor wedding. The rental shop in town will charge her $11.25 to rent the long rectangular table for her bridal party that day. Each of the round tables her guests will sit at costs $8.75. If she can spend no more than $160 on tables, what are the possible number of round tables she can rent? Represent your answer algebraically and graphically. So what we're talking about algebraically is I've got to write a linear inequality. And what type of question do I have here? I do indeed have a linear inequality in this word each. When I'm thinking about what is x, x is what are the possible number of round tables. So x equals the number of round tables. And I know that each one costs $8.75. So if I rented 2 tables, I would multiply 2 times $8.75. So this tells me I'm going to multiply 875 by whatever my number is, or $8.75x. Now, is there a constant, a number that's happening only one time? Well, the bride has only one bridal party, so she is going to get one rectangular table. So that's my constant. So on table, she's going to spend $8.25 times however many tables she has, and she has to add the $11.25 for her bridal party. So if you really think about it, if she just gets one table, she's going to spend $20. $8.75 plus $11.25 is 20. But she actually has 160. She just can't spend more than that. So this is a maximum amount. So maximums use the less than or equal to symbol. So this has to be less than or equal to 160. So I've now represented the situation algebraically, and I'm going to solve it. So I'm going to subtract 1125 from both sides and get 148.75. So 875x is less than or equal to 148.75. And now I have to divide both sides by 875. The nice thing is it's a positive number, so I know I will not have to flip the side. And x is going to be less than or equal to 17. So this is a great answer, but I need to explain it with some words. So no more than 17 round tables is a great answer. Or you could say Sally cannot rent more than 17 tables, or Sally can rent 17 tables or less. If I'm to express that graphically, I'll put a 17 here. Here's an 18, 19, 20. And we've got a 16, 15, 14. It is less than or equal to, so I'm going to use a closed circle, and it is going that direction. So Sally can rent 17 tables or less. Let's take a look at our next question. Certain playlists can hold at most, that looks like another maximum, 70 minutes of music. So far, you've downloaded 25 minutes of music onto the playlist. You estimate that each song lasts 4 minutes. What are the possible number of additional songs you can add or you can download onto the playlist? So X is the number of songs you are going to download. And I know that each song lasts 4 minutes. So if I have 2 songs, that's 2 times 4, which is 8. So 4 times X will give me the length of the new songs I'm adding. So do I already have something there? Well, so far, I have 25 minutes. So that's my constant, 25. So this is what I'm looking for, and I want it to be at most, that's a maximum, it's going to be less than or equal to 70. So let's solve it. Minus 25, so I have 70 minus 25, which equals a 45. Less than or equal to 45. I'm going to divide both sides by 4. It is not a negative number, so I don't have to worry about flipping the sign. And it looks like 11.25 is my answer. This is when I do have to do some interpreting. Chances are I can't download 0.25 or a quarter of a song. So at most, 11 songs can be downloaded. It's really important with inequalities to put your answer in writing because in this case, this is not enough. You need to interpret the idea that I'm never going to download a quarter of a song. So 11 is the maximum amount. On Word, Charles is saving $20 each week. He earns an extra $80 by helping his neighbor landscape their yard. How many weeks will he need to save in order to have at least? Now we have a minimum. So that's a greater than or equal to sign because he wants 400, but I bet Charles will not mind earning $410 or 401 for that matter. So what are we looking for? How many weeks? X equals the number of weeks. Let's look for those words each, every, and per. $20 each week. So 20 times the number of weeks is going to give me what he earns. He does earn $80 extra, so that's really nice. And he wants that amount to be greater than or equal to 400. So off to the solving process, subtracting 80 from both sides. And I get 20x is greater than or equal to 320. I'm then going to divide both sides by 20. Not a negative number, so I'm not flipping the signs. So Charles, that's 16, must work at least 16 weeks to earn $400. That is going to be it for this video. Thank you so much.